everybody, welcome back to the channel and to another map tour. I didn't do the normal flyover intro on this one because this is a Multifruit edit of Riverbend Springs by Jinkou. I'm sure I butchered the crap out of that name, but we are going to stay right here for a minute because I am going to read to you guys the, this is on NEXAT. I will link it in the description of the video. But there's a lot, to go over here. Now, also another note before we get too far into this map is in beta, but I have been playing on it for a little bit, and you might see more videos on this. That's all I'm gonna say for now. Here we go. Here is a Multifruit edit of base game US map for FS25. Crops added, and there is a lot, and I'm probably going to butcher some of these names. I will do my best. I will also show them in-game in a little bit so that you can see for yourselves, just in case I butcher any of these too bad. Grains. Flax, rye, spelt, triticale, buckwheat, millet, mustard, poppy, quinoa, pulses, American soybean, pinto beans, fodder peas, chickpeas, lentils. Grasses, alfalfa, white and red clover, field grass. I am not even going to try and pronounce this one. I'll show it to you guys in game. And Miss Canthus, root, onion, peanut, orchard, white grapes, other lavender, hemp, tobacco, cover crops, a mix of plants, cover crop mix, and mustard if planted in autumn instead of spring. Flax can be harvested with the combine with grain header for seeds or with the swather for fiber. Hemp is harvested with the swather for fiber only. Alfalfa and clover can be swathed also. All pulses have their special straw, pulse straw, that can be used in TMR recipe or fermented in a bunker for compost. Field grass is harvested with grain header for seeds and gives hay as straw, which is awesome. Sylphy is for forage harvester that gives chaff. It regrows, which is, again, awesome. Tobacco is harvested with a spinach harvester that does both. You'll understand more of this as we get into it, but I wanted to show you anywhom. Because there's a lot here, and I've played maybe 2 hours on the map. So I definitely haven't explored everything, and this reading gives you a lot. Lavender can be harvested with forage harvester or cotton harvester. With forage harvester, the yield is 20% lower. Buckwheat, rye, triticale, spelt, and some pulses can be swathed for 25% bonus of yield. Corn gives straw, corn stalks that can be baled and used in TMR or fermented into compost. Miscanthus regrows after planting. It is harvested with a forage harvester for Miscanthus chaff. Can be fed to sheep and horses. Add to TMR instead of straw, adding chaff, alfalfa, clover, bunker to make more silage, or in an empty bunker to ferment into compost. Animal food was modified, added a new category, moisture, that consists of shredded sugar beets, carrots, potatoes, parsnips, beetroots, sugar beet cut like fill types, Moisture category can be filled with fresh alfalfa and clover only for horses, chickens, and sheep. This root cuts are added for pig 2 at root crops category, but can use the roots like they are too. Millet and sorghum added on base food for horses. Fermented clover and alfalfa gives 100% feed for cows like TMR. Clover and alfalfa can be fermented in bunker or bales. Pulses, straw, and organic waste will be a bioproduct of greenhouses and oil mill, and oil windrows can ferment into compost in bunkers or bales made with the gigantic Gravel baler. And all windrows, I think that's what I said. Flax and hemp fibers can be baled only with a round baler or collected loose. Interesting. Added possibility to make round bales of lavender, manure, and miscanthus with the big stationary baler Gravel. Known issues. A get material Luitol stack that I can't find the XML with the mistake in it. Effects on white grapes are from the red ones because I don't know how to change them. Vehicles are not my forte. We'll make productions for this Multifruit, but after we'll release the alpha version with all airs fixed. Hopefully, if someone desires to test the prices, ability of the new crops, please tell me which is not profitable enough or too profitable. Math is not my forte. So, there's that. Now let's go in-game and take a closer look at this. First off, here is your PDA. Now, there were a couple crops that there was one right here. This right here is one of the crops. I am not sure how to pronounce that. So much that I am not even going to try, but that is another crop. Look at animals against chickens. And I'm just going to read these out. Barley, chickpeas, fodder pea, green beans, lentils, peas, pinto beans, poppy, quinoa, rye, sorghum, spelt, triticale, and wheat. And then alfalfa, beetroot cut, carrot cut, clover, parsnip cut, potato cut, sugar beet cut. Cows, fermented alfalfa, fermented clover, and TMR. Silage, alfalfa hay, clover hay, hay. Alfalfa, clover, grass. Beetroot cut, carrot cut, parsnip cut, potato cut, sugar beet cut. Horses. Fodder pea, millet, oat, quinoa, sorghum. Alfalfa hay, clover hay, hay, miscanthus. And your alfalfa, beetroot cut, carrot cut, clover, parsnip cut, potato cut, sugar beet cut. And pigs, corn, millet, quinoa, sorghum, barley, buckwheat, rye, spelt, triticale, wheat. American soybean, canola, chickpeas, fodder pea, lentils, pinto beans, poppy, soybeans, sunflowers, and there's a bit more on this one under the root crops here. Beetroot cut, carrots, parsnip cut, parsnips, potato cut, potatoes, red beets, sugar beet, and sugar beet cut, and then sheep are alfalfa hay, clover hay, grass hay, miscanthus, and alfalfa, beetroot cut, carrot cut, clover, parsnip cut, potato cut, and sugar beet cut. And like I said, there's your PDA. And there is what you own in New Farmer. I believe that's everything you own on base game. Riverbend, I almost said base game Elm Creek. Anyway, I believe that's all of the fields that you own on base game Riverbend as well. Here is your crop calendar, chicken coop, and cow pasture. Contracts are very nice. I've done one of these anyway. There's your productions. We will go over those more in detail. I think in a separate video. I think like I did for Huff Bergman. I think I am going to go over the productions in a separate video with timestamps so that you can see what you want to see. So that will be in a couple days after I release this video. Within a couple days, there will be another video on the productions, but there they are. There are your available productions. 25 collectibles, and your starting fleet. What do we have? Not a lot. The Challenger MT635, the FarmTech EDK 650, the Great Plains Solid Stand 1500, the John Deere 3650, John Deere 980, Massey Ferguson MF 8570, Massey Ferguson MF 8570 header, and the Massey Ferguson MF 8570 trailer. No, I believe there's some vehicles specific to this map. Yes. Riverbend Springs Multifruit edit. You have the John Deere CP690 Multifruit, which does cotton and lavender? Is that lavender? I don't remember. Yes, that would be lavender. Trailer board, Continental, Baderstein, match trailer board for your wheel brands. 590 horsepower, variable transmission, 1,400 liters of fuel, 15 miles per hour, 10,000 liters, 29.9 tons, 6 meters, 6 miles per hour. Then this is the spinach harvester, which also does tobacco. Then this is the Euro grape liner, which I'm guessing does your grapes and olives and white grapes. And then you have your Tiger 6S, which adds peanuts. And yes, I think that's the only difference there. I mean, really? That's about it. The rest is base game. So you know what? I'm not gonna do a second video. Give me a minute. I am going to buy the productions and we will take a look at those. Because really, there's no point in going around to any of these places because I'm sure everyone has played Elm Creek. And this is not Elm Creek. Why is Elm Creek on my mind? Am I getting tired or something? Oh, I am sure everyone has played base game Riverbend at this point. If not, I will link my map tour of that in this video because it's the same layout. So, with all that said, let me buy up the productions and we'll take a look. Okay, actually right now, looking at these are all just base game, your base game productions right now. So, let's take a look into construction and see if we have anything here. I'm doing this, as updates come out for this map, especially once a V1 comes out, I will do another video. I will do another map tour on this, or another video. I'm not sure what I'm gonna call that one. But yeah. Here's your white grapes. Grapevines are planted in rows and need to be cultivated, fertilized, and mulched to gain the full yield. They also need to be pruned after harvesting. So, here's your red grapes, and there's your white grapes. Not looking like anything in animals. No. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. What about painting? Ooh, looks like we might have. We do. Alright, we need to buy a piece of land or a field or something that we can put these down. Let's buy, visit, asphalt cracks, asphalt dark, asphalt dusty, concrete dirt, concrete gravel, concrete pebbles, concrete shattered, dirt gravel, forest grass, forest leaves, forest needle, forest rock. One of my favorite lately, forest roots. I've been a big fan of lately. Forest stones, grass cut, grass dry, grass fresh clovers, grass fresh mid, grass fresh short, grass dirt, grass moss, grass patchy, gravel, moss pebbles, moss rocks, moss stones, mud, mud grass, mud leaves, mud moss, mud pebbles, mud tracks, rock floor tiles, rock floor tiles pattern, sand, asphalt, concrete, dirt, grass, gravel, and rock. Very awesome color palette. Painting palette, whatever you want to call it. That is absolutely amazing right there. If you guys don't know, I am an avid farm builder. It is one of my favorite things to do in Farm Sim, so having that many textures based on a map is absolutely awesome. But with that, I think that is gonna do it. Now, I am gonna walk around and show you some of these while I do my outro. Remember, like I said, once a V1 comes out, I will do another video on this map because it sounds like he's going to be adding in more custom, well, not more. Sounds like he's going to be adding in custom productions and stuff, so once a V1 version of this map comes out, we will revisit it in this style of a video. You will see it a lot here on the channel between then, because I don't know if I should tell you this or not, but if you watched this far, we will be bringing over the Riverbend Springs Horse Ranch over to this farm within the next couple days. The transition video will be coming out, but a little sneak peek into a change in Let's Play series if you watch this far. But if you have not, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Have a very awesome day, and I will see you all later.